Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Latin America Show. My name is Enrique Gelista, and it's a pleasure to be tonight, as every Tuesday, here sharing the best of Latin America about our traditions, our people, our dances, our folklore, traditions, etc. So it's a pleasure being here tonight. And also, I would like to invite you to share this video and follow us in all our social networks. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you go to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also to put the bell there in order that you know every time that we are uploading a new video. So please, I would like to ask you to share this video. We have been talking about this many times that, well, this is the best way that you can contribute in order that you can support the artists and all the people that we are presenting this show. So it's very easy to do it. So you only have to do like a click here in compartir or share, or it depends the language that you have, your Facebook, in order that, well, more people, they know what are we doing and what is the real Latin America culture. And actually, it's like also, if you are interested to come to participate because you know someone who is from Latin America or you are Latino that are in any part of the world, but you are contributing to society or with the traditions, with our music, folklore, etc., cuisine, food, whatever. So please let us know. Send us a message here on Facebook to the Latin America Show in order that we can help you, and also, well, maybe you can come here and you can come and show us what are you doing. And and before we start the show, I would like to introduce my friends, mis amigos, Roger Alarcon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Latin America Show, the best and the only one. This time it's just forget about everything else, forget about the news, just sit down, relax, go for a little drink, and enjoy the program today.
Excellent. Thank you very much, my dear Roger. And on the other side, we have our Spanish teacher, our outstanding Spanish teacher, Whitney Nuchereno.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello from the States. I'm in sunny Buffalo. It's wonderful. And I am really excited for tonight. So like Roger said, get a drink ready. And because if you're not thirsty now, just wait till you see, we have a lot of great guests and I'm excited about the cocktail part too. So get ready and enjoy.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Whitney. And before we start with the show, and before I tell you who are our guests, well, I would like to say hello to Alejandra Martinez, that she is in Mexico. Also, Rosario Pomalaza, that, well, she's saying, wow, que lindo, so cute. Alejandro Martinez, he's saying from Mexico. Abhijit, he's saying buenas noches, Latin team. And he's looking forward to Peru, to Pisco. And Pisco, yes, of course, we're going to talk about Pisco. Gary Dancy, that she's saying hello to everyone. Hola todos. Well, I can see that, well, a lot of people that they are not native Spanish speakers, they are speaking Spanish now. So, well done, Whitney. So now they are improving their Spanish. That's great. Also, Miles Seb, that she's saying, Miles, that she's saying, hola, saludos desde Londres. Orange camisa instead of orange wine, Enrique Gelista. Yes, well, last show we have the opportunity to talk about the orange wine. So, well, actually, I would prefer the orange wine than the orange shirt that I'm wearing now. Liliana, hello, everybody around the world. Also, well, we have here Ainoa, Granada, Annalise. Hi, Enrique. Hi, how are you? Monique Lawrence. Abhijit, that is saying hello to everyone. Monica, that is saying hi. Latin America Show, hello. From London, Angie Avalos, hola a todos. Liliana, hola a todos los peruanos. Hello to all our Peruvian friends. And of course, well, if you are a Peruvian, share this video. It's amazing. Jules Drake also saying hola a todos, saludos desde Imperio Bamba. Of course, well, now we are spoiling a little bit. What are we going to have in this show? We're going to have in this show, we're going to about Pisco. We have we have Bruno Ferrari, that he is a master producing cocktails, and he's going to teach us a little bit about, but also he's like an advisor, a brand advisor for this kind of consultant for this kind of Pisco and all the different spirits. So he's going to talk a little bit about it. And also we are going to talk about Peruvian dances. And we're going to have Katherine Tinoco that, well, she is a person that she's very engaged with the Peruvian community, but also we would like to show you and we would like to challenge you to participate in a challenge that we're going to have, because we're going to have amazing prizes. So please don't miss. I will let you know a little bit, I will let you know what kind of prizes you can win. And it's going to be very easy to participate in this challenge. They are going to be very simple steps. You are going to perform a little bit of Peruvian dances. So it's going to be amazing. So as you remember, we have had previously some Katrina contest, and also we have here with Elio the Samba challenge. So now we're going to have this Peruvian challenge with ArtPerÚK, UK, well, ArtPerÚK, yeah, because it's Peru and UK together. So, well, and we're going to enjoy the beautiful voice and the beautiful rhythm from Imperio Bamba. So, well, hopefully you will Google them and you will find an amazing band that, well, they are going to be here with us and you can enjoy the music. So, Estrella del Carmen, also she's saying hello. Who else we have? Neil, okay, etc. So, well, I think it's time to go with Whitney, because I think so you're going to give us like some quick facts, or what are you going to talk about, Whitney?
Yeah, so, okay, well, first of all, thank you for your shout out, Enrique. Like any good teacher, I take full credit for people's successes and none for their failures. So we're good. So you're doing well. Tonight, I actually want to talk a little bit more about Peru and the Peruvian accent, because last show that we had about Peru was back in August, and I understand that we have no new viewers, and we only got to briefly talk about the Peruvian accent and in a very generalized way. So I'd like to break that down tonight and explain a little bit more closely how these work. So I'm just going to get into that with this picture. Okay, perfect. All right, so in general, when we covered the Peruvian accent, I talked about three things. The vowels, a, e, I, o, u, like those that we did the whole first month of the show, are pronounced very clearly. And the difference between the 1R and the 2R are pronounced clearly. And the letter D can sometimes be pronounced as a T. So those were the facts that I kind of briefly touched upon. But as you know, accents are distinct in various regions in any country. And tonight, the first half of this segment is going to be dedicated to those different regions, which are here. And on the map, you can see a little bit of Andean, the coastal, Andean coastal, and the Amazonic, which is the green. So specifically speaking, there are four principal, it shows three there, and I'll explain, four principal varieties of Spanish spoken in Peru. Now, the Spanish first arrived on the land that's now Peru in 1532, bringing dialects from Extremadura, Andalusia, the Canarias, and later Castilian Spanish. And to begin with, Spanish was only spoken in the cities by the Spanish and the mestizos, the people of European and American Indian descent, while the rural Andean speakers continued to speak Quechua and other indigenous languages. And when Spanish was then imposed as the official language and overtook native languages as the majority language. And today, and of course the number fluctuates a little bit, but Spanish is spoken by over 80% of Peru. And thus the evolution of regional Spanish dialects began in Peru. So let's get into those a little bit. So the Andean Spanish in Peru is the first of the regional Spanish varieties and the most common dialect in the rural areas around the Andes, and has similarities with the standard dialect of Ecuador and Bolivia. So one distinction of Andean Peruvian Spanish is the slow time and unique rhythm compared to the very fast pace of European Spanish and sometimes, of course, other South American forms of Spanish. Now, Andean Spanish speakers also have difficulty distinguishing vowel sounds like E versus the letter I, O and U, and the S is pronounced with a little more force than that of coastal Spanish, which is the second region. So, and that's the one in yellow by the coast, if you haven't figured that out. So Peruvian coastal Spanish is spoken by the upper classes in Lima, or those who have been in contact with migrants in the cities or on the coast for a long time. And despite being spoken by a minority, it has a reputation of being quite like normal Peruvian Spanish. And in this dialect, vowels are pronounced clearly for the same duration. The S, the letter S is aspirated or silenced before a consonant. And the letter D sound at the end of a word is actually changed to T. And then now the fourth is the one that blends between the yellow and the brown. And that's what we call Andean Coastal Spanish. So it's like a mix. And this is, again, a fusion. So like Andean speakers, they have difficulty in distinguishing vowels between E and I, O and U. And there are certain consonants that are weakened, meaning you barely hear them. Or sometimes they are completely eliminated. And these consonants tend to be B, G, D, and the letter J. And so, and finally, we have Amazonic Spanish. And this is a unique development from contact between Andean Spanish, the Spanish of Lima, and Amazonian languages. Its distinction is its tonal structure. So phonetically, there's often a confusion of the letters J and F. So like, for instance, San Juan would be San Juan. And the P, T, and K sounds are aspirated, meaning aspirated means like they're breathed, they're almost left out. And so there you have it. That is a little bit more distinction of the Peruvian accent in the 4 regions of Peru. The second half, stay tuned because we're going to talk slang, your favorite. And that's it.
Excellent, my dear Whitney. Thank you very much. I'm very interesting. It was like, okay, well, yeah, it's good to know a little bit about that. And well, it's like, as I was telling you, we're going to have a challenge. So, well, it doesn't matter which nationality you are from. The steps are going to be very simple. They are going to explain it here tonight, but also the only thing that you need to do is to create a video following the choreography that today they are going to teach us. Anyway, we're going to leave the choreography. We have created an event where you can upload all your videos there, and also you will need to ask the people to vote for you. But well, we will let you know more details about how you're going to participate in this challenge. And what is like the different, and hopefully my laptop could work because it's like a little bit slow. Okay, so well, what are the different, of course, in the Latin America show, we always have prizes for the audience. So, well, we're going to have prizes for all the people that they will participate. And we have a dinner for 2, courtesy of IU, that, well, is a Peruvian, a mix of Peruvian and Japanese cuisine that is an amazing and extraordinary place here in London. And also they are providing us also a virtual masterclass of ceviche or not, and another recipe that, well, you can be one of the winners. So we have 2 prizes from IU. Also, The Natural, they are providing us a virtual session and also a kit of products that they are going to teach you how to use them. And this price is going to be applicable for people in the UK, US, and Colombia. And El Recreo, that they are Spanish lessons, they are going to give us 2 Spanish classes for children. So, well, of course, they are going to provide you all the different, the kit and the things that you need, depends the age of your child. And of course, ArtPerÚK, well, they are going to tell us what they are going to give. So I'm not going to say anything at this moment, but they have another prize for you. And an additional prize because, well, as we are going to have the adult section or the adult division, we're going to have a children division also. So if you have a child or you have children at your house, so well, they can participate also in this challenge, and it's going to be very easy. So they have to follow the choreography also, and they can be the winners of a 25 pounds voucher in Amazon, and this is applicable for people here in the UK. So, well, it's going to be very easy to win. We're going to have time. We're going to have almost 2 weeks that you can upload your video, but well, we're going to tell you a little bit more about that challenge. And it's time to it's time to listen to some music. And well, Imperio Bamba is it's a band that, well, it was founded in 2016. And well, this group is integrated by Javiera, Jules, Kiefer, Judy, Titi, and Miguel. And they have different Latin American nationalities. They are from Peru, from Chile, from Argentina, and from Colombia. And of course, they are performing a different mix between cumbia, salsa, chicha, and Afro-Peruvian music. And this is one of the video that we're going to watch and the music that we're going to listen is My Favorite Things. And now they are preparing, by the way, the video that, well, hopefully, as soon as they have it, they are going to present it here in the Latin America show. So are we ready, my dear Roger? Excellent. Let's go with Imperio Bamba.
Y dice, ajá.
Very good, extraordinary voice.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I love it. And for the public, it's nice. Some music.
Yeah, actually, yes. It's like yeah, the first time that I listened to them, it was like, wow, it's amazing. She has an extraordinary voice, and we have another video later for all of you with another song from Imperio Bamba, because also the rhythm and everything is simply extraordinary. So, well, you can Google them. I have seen that actually Jules already put I think so. Yes, Jules already put that where you can find more of the different songs that they have, but also as you know, we have in Spotify one playlist that is the Latin America show, that all the artists that we are presenting here in this show, you can put them there in that list, and well, you can listen more about them. So, well, it's just amazing. So thank you very much, and hopefully we can have Imperio Bamba soon here with us once they are releasing this new video that they are creating about this song in particular, but it's like the video, but you know, COVID has blocking our lives, but well, it's time to go for some cocktails. And who is our first guest, my dear Whitney, if you want to introduce him?
Yes, of course. I'd love to. Okay, so our first guest for this evening is Bruno Ferrari, who has studied business administration in Peru and wine and spirits business with distinctions. He has mastered many domains in the wine and spirits world. Recently, Bruno was in the midst of the cocktail renaissance when he completed his first advanced mixology course in San Diego, California in 2015. He has extensive experience and solid training in wines and spirits. And despite being raised in Peru, much of his studies are both in the United States and Europe. Today, or tonight, I should say, today he's recognized as one of the most influential mentors in the spirits and cocktail world in South America. So thank you, Bruno, for being here and welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Whitney, Enrique, Roger. A pleasure to be with you today. Big hello, big hug to everyone. I guess mostly they're based in London right now, but I love this connection with LATAM, Latin American people. It's just wonderful. Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, and actually we have a lot of people that, well, they are like here in the UK, based in the UK and in the United States, that they love our culture. So I think so it's going to be extraordinary that you can tell us about these kind of cocktails that we can do, and also with Pisco. Over you, Whitney.
Yeah, of course. And before we get into Pisco, I just want to talk about a little bit about your career, because it's so clear that you have a very extensive career in both wine and spirits all over the world. So could you please talk a little bit about what got you interested in this and some of your experiences while studying abroad?
Absolutely. I didn't start within the hospitality industry as so many other people or colleagues that I know that they are kind of born into it since they are 12, 14, 16 years old. They're working at restaurants or bars. In my case, is different. I followed like a traditional, business administration, as you mentioned, career path. And I just had like a midlife crisis, I guess. Not when I was 50, but when I was like 26, 27 years old. So I kind of quit my previous job, which was within the financial markets. I worked as an investor advisor. And suddenly, after exploring many things, I think, and I always say this, that I was seduced by the dark side, now by the toxic charm of alcoholic beverages, particularly their history, their chemistry, their sensoriality, if that word exists, I'm making up words now, and above all, their powerful storytelling. That's what I really love, and having said that, I think that I also detected like a market opportunity for that, because cocktails and cocktail culture were so underdeveloped at that time that they were operating within a virgin market, if you will. So I just delved in. I began studying some courses in San Diego a lot of years ago, then in London, in France. I mean, I've been traveling all around the world to nurture myself. I'm more like a self-learning type of guy, and that way. But ultimately, I decided to get my knowledge level to another step, and I applied to an MBA program in France, in Burgundy specifically. And what I loved about it is that it was specialized in wines and spirits. So you get like the traditional MBA syllabus, but every single activity, presentation, activity, or case studies that you'll discuss, you'll do it with real life examples extracted from our sector, and with a lot of high quality professionals. And we even had our in-house master of wine, which is like the highest authority in wine in the world. I learned a lot about wine. What better place to do it than in Dijon? Dijon is like, you're probably associated with mustard because it was the mustard center of production in the late Middle Ages. And it's in the heart of Burgundy. Burgundy and Bordeaux are probably the most important wine regions in Europe. Well, I'll say in France. And the nice thing about this MBA program is that we also had field trips. So we traveled to London to learn a bit more about exports. London, it's like one of the most competitive markets in the world. We went to Germany. We went to, obviously, some French wine regions as well, like Champagne. And we flew from Paris to New York even during the program to learn more about distribution. Like, you're really familiar probably with this, Whitney, the US 3-tier system that comes from Prohibition. And your networking just like blows out of the sky. It was an amazing experience. And I keep working, as you said before, as a brand consultant and educator. I would say that's what defines me above everything else.
Okay.
Well, I've got a question.
Yeah.
What what are some of the spirits that you work closely with and with menus or bars across the world?
Yeah, okay, that's a great question. There's a lot of spirits, just like wines, out there. If you could classify them as perhaps white spirits and brown spirits, or unaged versus aged, I would say that I have more experience working closely with unaged spirits, such as gin, for instance. Gin's very raison d'être. Its whole purpose of existence is to be mixed. That's how it was born. And I don't know if you remember, you interviewed Ignacio Barrios, right?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know how long ago. He's
Yeah,
a well-renowned chef here. We were blamed, with a positive connotation of starting the boom of gin in some sectors in Lima, because we educated about not only the gin and tonic, but other concoctions that you can make with gin. But particularly, I would say that as a good Latin American, I am more familiar with Pisco and Mezcal, or agave spirits in general, for that matter. I just designed a menu of 6 signature cocktails with a Peruvian brand that's called Acara, that works with Andean agave. As you know, I mean, it has like over 300 species that are related to the genus agave, and over half of them are endemic to Mexico, of course. But we also have some species going around Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador. And this guy just made this stepstone with this spirit that is fabulous. It will be soon in the US, and hopefully you will find it soon in London as well. I'm really excited to present these cocktails to the world.
And just one thing, Bruno, is like, well, of course, well, it's like everybody wants to know about Pisco, etc. And I think so you can start like telling us, and maybe you can support us, like showing us how to prepare something like, it could be like the basic or like the first step to introduce people to Pisco. So I think so you have something there
Yes.
in your place. So
Yes.
Tell us a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, people in general, they do not associate Pisco with anything else than Pisco sours, right? But there's so many other signature classic serves that we drink here in Peru. And the best-selling cocktail actually here is not Pisco sour, is the Chilcano. The Chilcano, spelled Chilcano, the Chilcano, I always present it as a kind of cousin of a paloma in Mexico. The paloma is like raisin lately. It only combines tequila, preferably the white kind, with grapefruit soda. That's basically it. Perhaps a dash of lime juice, and you can put a sour cream or whatever, right? But so the Chilcano is a highball, just a highball that mixes Pisco and ginger ale. As you know, ginger ale is a soda flavored with ginger flavors, and you can add a bit of lime juice as well. It's super refreshing, super easy to make, and super flavorful. The secret to this cocktail is that you allow Pisco's flavors, depending on the grape that you pick, to shine through. So you want to retain those bright flavors on it. As I will probably tell later, Pisco is made from grapes. So I have a couple of options here. I will use this one, Don Amadeo, that comes from the Cañete Valley in Lima. And I will add, I bought actually this measure device.
I know, I don't like that, yeah.
I
Well,
bought
maybe for cocktails, it's good, yeah. But
yeah, for wine,
yeah,
I don't like that.
yes, when they are giving you like, just like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Enrique loves twice. When you feel it twice.
Yeah, a double,
Yeah.
yes, of course. Yeah.
This has exactly 50 milliliters, 50 mil, which is like a regular measurement in England. In the US, we would use probably 1.5 ounces, which is 45 mil. But between those numbers are going to make a balanced cocktail in the end. So you add a lot of ice to your...
And actually, you know what? The measure that we have, I don't know in Peru, but the measure that we have in Mexico is like, tell me when. No. That is the measure that we have there. Like, okay, tell me when to stop. Yeah. That's it.
Actually, the eyes.
That's super advisable as well, huh? Because it's like you let it flow, you know, depending on your guests' tastes and wishes. And once you have this, you have the option of adding some fresh lime juice into the mix. Some people do it, some people don't. I like to add a few drops. I'm gonna use a bar spoon to measure it, so it's gonna be around 4 or 5 milliliters. If you use too much lime juice, like some people want to add like 15 ml or something like that, you'll get a kind of Chilcano lemonade out of it, which I don't think it's balanced, but it depends on what you like. You know, I mean, that's what's important. And then you just add some nice ginger ale. This is super cold. It's important that the beverage is cold because this will help to maintain the bubbles for a longer period of time. That's basically why. This is the London Essence brand that just arrived to Peru. I guess it's available in London, obviously. You could pick your favorite ginger ale brand. Just take care that it's not that sweet. To the top, and that's pretty much it. Now, some people could add some bitters onto it, like Angostura bitters. I usually, like this, I usually don't do that because, again, as I said earlier, I don't want the bitters to overshadow Pisco. I want all those bright, fruity, floral aromas to come through. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick swirl, only one. This is tasty. And some couple of lime wheels on top. Mm-hmm. And that's it. That's a Chilcano. That's a traditional, classic Chilcano. Probably it dates back to the end of the 19th century here in Lima, in these steel houses out there. And it was prepared like a hair of the dog kind of style, you know, in the morning after the big party. So it's like some revival properties as well.
Okay.
Have you seen Enrique's face? Have you seen Enrique's face? He's dripping.
Yeah, he's drooling. I know.
Yeah, I'm drooling. Yeah, I'm drooling. Well, so I think it's very easy that, well, people, they can find it and they can do it at home in order that, well, maybe they can start like getting engaged and tasting a little bit of flavor of Pisco, and it's going to be more like nothing very sophisticated, but it's like the first step, you know, that they made it.
Something easy to make, easy to replicate at home. And the beautiful part of it is that you could play with the different grape varieties that Pisco offers. So it's, in a way, it's kind of, it follows the same logic of a gin tonic. Depending on the botanicals that the gin brand that you select has, you're gonna play with it, you know, with different flavors. So I just used an acholado, which is a blend of grapes between one really aromatic grape, the Italia grape variety, which is the Muscat of Alexandria in other parts of the world, and the Moyar, which is a beautiful grape that we kind of got from the Spanish guys, because obviously they conquered all that area back in mid-16th century, right? That's how they arrived to Peru and the other parts of South America.
And in that way, Bruno, it's like, well, we know that, well, it's like you have developed different kind of, well, you have worked in different kind of establishments, and including, for example, Bar Carnival in Lima, that, well, is one of the best 20 bars in the world. And I think so that you have the opportunity there to develop more spirits, actually, for them. It's like, how did you get this kind of, how help you to inspire and to do some cocktails for their menu and everything?
Well, first of all, I mean, kudos to the Carnival family, because they earned quick recognition worldwide, you know, just because of their discipline and creativity. I don't have anything to do with that, frankly. But I remember the day we have here in Peru the biggest or most important cocktail festival in the region. Was founded like a decade ago by Franco Gavacci and Manuel Cigarroste. It's called Clase Maestra or Masterclass. So every South American and now Latin American bartender comes every year to listen to different talks and to taste new spirits and whatever. And I was in charge of giving, along with a really good friend, Rodrigo Soto, a presentation on vermouth. And Aaron Diaz, which is the head director in Carnival, he called me and he said, man, you have to, like a friendly favor. You need to come to Carnival before it opened, like 2 months before its majestic opening to the world, and give this lecture to my team. And the presentation was prepared for, I don't know, 90 minutes. We went over 4 hours because his team was so curious, and they were so eager to ask different questions that we started talking about vermouth. But then we go with all the aromatized wine family, fortified wines, amari, bitters. We just spoke about everything and how you could use that in cocktails. So they told me that their vision about spirits and liqueurs after that talk was dramatically affected insofar that their understanding of their theoretical classification, how to use this in cocktail making was changed positively. So they began exploring in classic cocktails, but with a twist. And directly from the talk, to my understanding, they were changing the recipes of 2 really famous cocktails with sherry, which is a fortified wine made in the south west of Spain, called the Adonis and the Bamboo. They both use dry sherry with sweet vermouth and dry vermouth respectively, and they began playing with an Isla whiskey to give a smoke flavored quality to one of those cocktails. The other one, they used a mix of vermouth, from Italy and from France to balance it out wonderfully. And the Clover Club, which is one of my favorite gin classic cocktails because it's basically a gin sour with raspberry added to it. So what could wrong? What could go wrong with that? And they began adding dry vermouth to it because I mentioned during the talk that David Wondrich, which is like the maximum mixology American historian ever existed, he found a recipe from 1909 that is the oldest imprint from the Clover Club that added dry vermouth into it to balance it out a bit. So the Carnival team started playing with it and making their own raspberry liqueur, and they just knock it out of the park, with that cocktail. It was really good. They called me to show it to me and the official addition into their cocktail menu. And in the end, the whole process, we built like the spirits menu that his owner calls the Bible, because it gives you a lot of information, not only for the final consumer, but also for the bartender, for the Carnival team, if they want to review some concepts, or what's the difference between, I don't know, Irish and Scotch whiskeys, or how would you mix better herbal liqueurs or vermouth or stuff like that. So I was really pleased with that. And as you mentioned before, Carnival right now is top 20 in the world.
Difficult job trying to mix everything and to taste it. No, I think so. No.
Yeah,
I think it's a hard work. Yeah.
It's hard to wake up every morning and say, oh my God, I have to taste so many wines and spirits and build different potions for the people to enjoy. It's really I'm a suffering bastard. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you missed that part of the investment banking that you were before and advising and everything, right? Yeah. When you are in that moment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If you have an extra job for Enrique, give it to him.
All of us, I think, hard times. Just a quick thing about Pisco, because we've mentioned it briefly, but we can't, talk about Peru without getting more into Pisco. So for those of us who are unfamiliar with the spirit, I think the 3 of us, or obviously the 4 of us, know it. Could you please describe it for the audience? Like, what is Pisco?
Absolutely. It will be my pleasure, Whitney. So, I've been an advocate for Pisco for some years now. I even made my thesis about it in France. Now, I would be gladly to share with all of you when I, publish it for the world, whatever. It's written in English in an academic language. So I think you could all enjoy it and, learn a bit more about the intricacies of the Pisco industry and what does it need to become a world-class spirit, which is basically the premise of the whole work. I like to start making clear that everyone must understand that Pisco is born out of wine. That's a key step. And so the only raw material that you will use are grapes of varied profiles, it is important to be aware that Pisco producers use a high percentage of aromatic grape varieties, and that makes it really distinct from other grape brands around the world, like Cognac or Armagnac, for instance, which are probably the most famous brands out there, right? So in Peru, we use 8 sanctioned grape varieties. They are like backed up by the law. We have like a document which represents a denomination of origin. It's a geographical indication, so it's a kind of intellectual property in the legal world that backs up this product, because it's made in a specific geographical location, and that same fact, geography, climate, soils, and the human tradition makes Pisco inimitable in the world. That's pretty much the whole premise. And you could use only one grape variety. It will display in the label as puro, pure Pisco, or you could blend this all 8 or only 2 grape varieties, if you will, and it will display in the label as acholado, which means blended, which means a coupage, a cuvee, whatever. And this gives each brand the possibility to construct their own flavor profile, which is beautiful. So in the end, I mean, Pisco is a spirit distilled from newly made wines of distinct grape varieties grown on Peruvian coastal soils. I was listening to you carefully before, Whitney, when you were explaining, different accents, and you mentioned, Amazonian, coastal, Andean. So the grapes that we use for Pisco, they can only be grown on coastal departments, namely Lima, Ica, Arequipa, Moquegua, and Tacna, going north from south. So for instance, if you apply the same elaboration process and you use one of the 8 sanctioned grape varieties, but you make it in Cusco, just for mentioning a famous city, in Peru, you wouldn't be able to call it Pisco.
Well,
And
obviously,
hopefully, you can send us your thesis, but also with the Pisco. I will be very happy to read it, but also receiving with the Pisco next to the thesis.
Cool. It will come with a 3-liter bottle next to it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, it sounds good.
Me too. But I hate to be the one who says, okay, Pisco, you say perfectly where all the flavors are, where they come from. But how you can pair that? What's the best way to pair a Pisco?
That's a beautiful question, because, usually for food pairings, you would go for wine, right? I mean, wine has like a natural, property of working as a lubricant with food. You could also go for beer. But with cocktails, you could also do it as well. A cocktail, one of the main ingredients of a cocktail is the dilution that comes from the water. Because pairing it with a pure spirit, room temperature is a bit more difficult because of the alcohol presence. But when you have a cocktail, such as a Pisco Sour, it will pair beautifully with our national dish, which is the ceviche. That, I mean, probably you're all familiar with. You just dice some raw fish and mix it with Peruvian lime juice, which is this one, really small. In the US, it's known sometimes as a key lime, I guess. And mix them with sliced red onion and local chili peppers and some salt. You got your ceviche, and you can pair it with Pisco Sour. But you could also pair Pisco Sours with perhaps some tuna tartare, some skewed fish made with a citrus sauce. Basically anything coming from the sea. Seafood goes and pairs wonderfully with that iconic cocktail in Peru. I would also go for prawns. I love prawns. And maybe prawns accompanied with a passion fruit-based sauce that is really typical here in Peru, or at least in some cities. It will go super, super good with it. I invite you to try it, really. It's a wonderful, wonderful pairing. And always when making a Pisco Sour, for instance, try to make it not that alcoholic, so it could actually, work as an aperitif, which is one of its main purposes in life. really fresh, super cold. That's really good.
Well, that sounds interesting. And actually, one question: when we're talking about pairing, we're talking about Pisco. Is there any particular brands that maybe you can recommend that, well, it's like, or something that we have to look when we're going to buy a Pisco, like saying, take a look for this one. This is important to read in the labels or something?
Yeah, I mean, well, I will repeat some particular things. Always look if it says puro or acholado.
Yeah.
I think I have it right here. If it's puro, it's a single grape variety. If it's an acholado, it's a mixture, it's a blend. You could also find the labeling terminology that says mosto verde, green must. It means that, and this is really particular for Pisco worldwide, comparing it with any other spirits in the world, that we take a wine that haven't finished fermenting, so it has some residual sugar into it, and we distill that. So it will give a bit more of subtleties in the nose, a rounder texture. You will use more grapes, obviously, because of volume issues, and usually it's a bit more expensive. But Mosto Verde, it's a nice thing to look for in a label. And about brands in London specifically, I'd go. I mean, to my knowledge, I think you could find Barasol Pisco, which is really good. You could find an Acholado, a Quebranta. Quebranta, by the way, is our indigenous grape variety. It was created as a crossing between two grapes that came from Spain, so it's only native to Peru, and it's the one that we would go for a classic Pisco sour, the Quebranta grape variety. So brands like Barasol, like La Caravedo or Porton, which is the Mosto Verde edition of La Caravedo. 1615 Pisco, I know that you could also find it in London. It's one of the only brands that actually keeps distilling Pisco in the town of Pisco. So that's a beautiful thing to tell. And Cuatro Gallos for roosters. Cuatro Gallos, I think you could also find it in London as well. Yeah.
Do you know this brand Capel?
Capel, yes, I know it. Yeah, but that's made in Chile.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know if that is a good one? Because, well, here we have a question from our friends, and well, they are Capel. I have a bottle. Is it a good one?
I mean, yeah, Capel is good, but the thing is that you must distinguish the Pisco made here and the kind that's made in Chile, because in Chile usually it's not mandatory, but usually they will age the product in local wood. It's called Rauli, or using oak, which is more typical. So that aging factor of the brandy that they make in Chile makes it a completely different product from the Pisco that we make here. So one thing that I didn't mention is that Peruvian Pisco never allows for exogenous factors like wood, like sugar, not even water, to be mixed with the liquid that came out of the still. So it's always going to be transparent, all the time. And that makes it one of the most, I would argue, one of the most natural spirits out there in the market. And that's beautiful, because what we want to retain and maximize are the flavors that come from the grape. If you put some wood on it, then it's not going to be bad, better, worse. It's going to be different. It's going to be, a mixture that you must have had before, rum or whiskey or a wine. Wine is an excellent example. When you use a lot of oak, you're gonna have that mixture of fruits and oak. Sometimes the oak overpowers, the essence of the spirit. We don't want that in Peru. So, I mean, you could use Capel for other types of drink, perhaps, like making, like a Pisco sour with an aging process out of it, or like a tiki cocktail, perhaps. It would go really well.
Actually, talking about cocktails, aside from the Chicano that you showed us earlier, I believe you have another cocktail using Pisco that is not a Pisco sour. So which drink will you be preparing for us tonight?
That's right. I have another one that is I don't know if you see this cocktail shaker. It's kind of a Parisian cobbler one. First time I'm gonna use it. It was a present from Christmas, and this is called the Pisco Punch. So you have like a pentagon of cocktails, classic cocktails of Pisco. We have Pisco Sour, the Chilcano we just made, Pisco Punch, the Capitan, which is a sort of Manhattan, but with Pisco. So it's perfect before a meal, and the Algarrobino, which is made with carob syrup and milk. The Pisco Punch, it was created in the perhaps mid-19th century. It was the first Pisco cocktail to be created outside of Peru, probably the first one in San Francisco, and it was made famous in a saloon called the Bank Exchange Saloon that was run by, well, so many people, but around 1870 by an immigrant, a Scottish immigrant named Duncan Nicol. So in theory, he died with the recipe. He never shared it, but after lots of research, we have like a really probable formula of what could that recipe have been.
Bruno, one thing, Bruno, can you put your camera a little bit lower? That well, we can a little bit down, in order that we can see the preparation. Perfect. You're very handsome, but well, now we want just to pay attention to how to prepare the cocktail.
Oh, that's not an issue. Well, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but supposedly history says that this Pisco Punch was made with specifically the Italia grape variety. As I mentioned previously, this is the local name for the Muscat of Alexandria grape that is renowned worldwide. So I'm gonna put a measure of Pisco Italia, which is gonna be again around 45 or 50 ml. There you go. Now some lime juice, around 20 ml. And the secret ingredient would be the pineapple syrup. So for making this at home, it's super easy. I made it like yesterday. You just grab some simple syrup, which is equal parts volume between water and sugar. White sugar would do just fine. And then you're gonna chop some pineapple chunks and then mix them with the simple syrup. And I added some spices like star anise, the half of the cinnamon stick, some cloves, and I put it in the fridge overnight. So you're gonna make like a cold infusion. And after 8 hours, you're gonna just strain it, using a fine sieve, and that's pretty much it. So you're gonna get by osmosis all that pineapple, beautiful, bright flavor out of it, and it's basically ready. You have like a kind of a sour formula is part sweet, part citrus, and the part of strong, which is obviously the Pisco, but I like to add just a half an ounce or 15 ml of fresh pink grapefruit juice into it to balance it out. I will tell you why afterwards. Okay? And I'm gonna add some Angostura bitters, just 2 dashes to balance and to round up all the cocktail in the end. I always recommend people at home taste it, because recipes are only, kind of guidelines. Mm-hmm. But, wow, this just bursts in your palate, amazing flavor. But in the end, what is important is what you like, If you like it a bit more sweet, you add a bit more pineapple syrup. If you like it more on the tart side, then you will add, 5 ml more of lime juice. So if you want more alcohol, like Enrique would probably do, you just add like...
Yeah, of course. Enrique, want more alcohol.
Yeah. Nice. So I will add some ice now, and we will shake the BGs out of it. I have some fresh ice here. You get 1, 2.
Oh my gosh, this is making me so thirsty.
What are you drinking?
Water.
Are you drinking at work?
Yes.
Water.
At the end of this, I'm just gonna get for some Pisco for sure.
I know.
Okay, so we shake it like about what, 10 seconds?
Shake it.
So funny.
There we go. And you can serve it in so many different ways. You could use like a, I don't know, a Nick and Nora glass or a punch glass or whatever. I decided to present it in a double old-fashioned, really big rocks glass because I'm gonna add a super big transparent ice cube into it. I'm just gonna grab it with my hand because I'm the one that's going to drink it. So it's beautiful. We add it right there.
And you have all that in your house. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I
need
have
to
like transformed my place at like a home bar, or it's more the professional side than the home bar. But we open our cocktail shaker. We have this beautiful foam on top that it's made because of the pineapple juice, and we just strain it. You could double strain it, which is a technique that we use in the bars like this. If you don't like small floaters around, I won't do it because every single juice that I used was strained before. So I will just incorporate the mix. There we go. And to garnish, I would usually go for like a grapefruit twist, but I don't have grapefruit. They're not in season right now. So I have this beautiful dehydrated lime wheel, and I will just put it on top. And there you go.
Oh, that looks so good. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Bruno.
You're
now
welcome.
we have full cocktails to do at home.
To tell one quick anecdote about this, because it has like a, I don't know if because of the light you can notice it, but it has kind of a pink hinge into it. And history tells us that there was this author called Rudyard Kipling. Probably heard about him because of Jungle Book. And he wrote a letter or a book called From Sea to Sea, where he kind of immortalized the Pisco Punch forever. He said that it was compounded of the shavings of cherub's wings, the glory of a tropical dawn, the red clouds of a sunset, and the fragments of lost epics by dead masters. Wow, it's really complicated, but it sounds beautiful. And so there was a part there where he said, the red clouds of a sunset, and people were questioning why red. I mean, if it's pineapple syrup, pisco, and lime juice, there's anything red there. So people are, after much research, saying that maybe there was an aperitif wine that they used called Vin au Vin Mariani that had this pink or red hue into it, and it had probably a lot of cocaine leaves extract into it. It was like a classic ingredient at the time. Think about Coca-Cola, its original formula. So as we don't have that, unfortunately, anymore, that brand it's dead. I want like a really fruity, bright flavors in the end. I opted for adding some grapefruit juice instead. So that's basically
okay.
And well, if you have any more questions, please do ask. Follow me at my Instagram profile page, ba.ferrari, like the car, and you will get a lot of information about wine, spirits, and cocktails, and seminars. We could plan, I don't know, cocktail activities at home, and whatever you need. You can reach me whenever you want. Really, it was a true pleasure.
Of course. Thank you so much. And we'll add your page on the chat here so people can follow you. Thank you so much, Bruno. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you very much, and have a good afternoon there in Peru. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
So, well, as we said at the beginning, it's like, and I know that, we have some followers that they are waiting that, what is this challenge about? They want to dance. And after these fantastic cocktails and everything that, of course, we were like drooling and we were really enjoying the way that they are preparing all these amazing things, that actually I think that, we have to make a break of this kind of, because we have presented wine, rum, Pisco. So I think we need to make like a dry Latin America show, at least one. No, like it's not about January, it's not about anything, but it's like, let's go. And I appreciate all the commentaries. I saw that a lot of people, they are like all ready to dance because, they are ready to dance because they are drinking now and they are so happy. We have Anita, We have Angie Avalos, Alicia, Pamela Rawlings, who else? Katia Walters, Gary Dancy, Soles, Alicia, what else? Oh, well, everybody. Magali from Manchester. Well, thank you everyone for your comments. Believe me that I'm reading them, but it's like they are passing too quick. And we appreciate a lot because, well, that gives us a lot of information about what do you like. And well, I think so PerÚK has a lot of things that they can provide us and they can give us. It's such a lovely culture. And talking about the culture, we have I know our next guest is someone who is very engaged with the community here in the UK, with the Peruvian community, but also she has the goal to maintain and to keep this culture live here in the UK and to expand it. So she is Katherine Tinoco, and well, she's the founder of I'm completely lost. Sorry, ArtPerÚK. And she's going to tell us a little bit about this challenge. What is she doing, etc. But I will prefer that she tell us a little bit more about ArtPerÚK directly from her. So, well, I would like to hear it from her. So, hello, Katherine. How are you? Good evening.
Hi, Enrique. Thank you so much for having me in your program. I'm really happy, and actually, after to see all those recipes about pisco sour, I'm really thirsty right now.
Yeah, I think so. All of us. Yeah, and,
Yes.
and you know what? The only problem is that we are thirsty, and on the other side, we are a little bit frustrated because I don't have pisco here. Yeah.
Well, I have pisco in my house. It will never miss a pisco bottle in my house because I think it's like a basic drink for all the Peruvians, especially when we are abroad.
Yeah, correct. It's like, for example, for me, it's like I have to have a tequila bottle here in my house.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, you cannot miss it. So, well, Katherine, thank you very much for being here. As I said, you are someone who is all the time expanding the culture, the Peruvian culture, and you have done a lot of things. But I would like that you explain us more about what is ArtPerÚK and when did you found it, and what is the main goal?
Yes, exactly. So ArtPerÚK was launched in May 2018. We started with a group of Peruvian friends here in London, in one of the principal cities here, and we started with the goal to share Peruvian culture in the UK, especially for people like us that are away from their country. They miss a lot of the traditions, the culture, and in this case, there are so many people that is really passionate about dancing, and the best way to do it is sharing our culture, our roots, our background, and especially here in the UK, when there's so much diversity and different kind of cultures and people, we like to express and expose our culture to everyone. So everyone in different sides of London, they could learn more about ArtPerÚK, the Peruvian culture, how it looks, the different costumes, how it sounds, the different songs that we use. So it's a way to express in a good way, like dancing. So we can be, we can do exercise like when we are dancing, we can feel happy, we can forget about all the issues, all the stress that we have in the day. So I think it's a good way, it's a win-win opportunity for everyone.
And I think so that this is something interesting because I think so that part of the Latin American culture, it's this part of dancing. And I think so most of us, when we're alone at home, sometimes we just put some music and we just dance alone. But well, it's like, as you were saying, it's a way that, well, we can feel happy, etc. And we would like to encourage all the audience that, well, they will learn more about us, about this kind of dances. And I have a question. All the different traditional dances that Peru has, because of course it's very rich in the different dances. Is there any particular that you are focused in, or you are trying to cover most of them?
Well, we are trying to cover all the different styles that we have in Peru. So we have the 3 regions. We have the coast, we have the mountains, and we also have the jungle. So we start, our first lessons were around Afro-Peruvian music, which is really famous and popular in Peru, especially in all the parties. It's like when it's really late, everyone wants to dance some festejo. That is one of the most popular dances that we have in Peru. So it's one of the main songs that we use, especially to warm out and do exercises. We really love to use festejo and Afro-Peruvian music. Then we have songs from the mountains, from Cusco, from Puno, when we have, for example, Balicha, that is one of the songs that we use when we perform in the London New Year's Day Parade in 2020. And when we use the different costumes like this, we use this candunga, which is a really nice tool that we use when we are dancing. And we also have the jungle. In the jungle, we have exotic dances with really nice and fun steps when everyone will make them feel happy while they are dancing and enjoying and sharing this, because we're not dancing alone, we're dancing with everyone.
Yeah, and actually, when you are like, I know that COVID times, they have been very difficult and very challenging for everyone. And we were watching a lot of different videos that Roger, he was passing me while you were talking. And there is one that is particular getting my attention, that we're saying that you are putting some label saying dance, keep fit, and fun.
Have fun.
What kind of activities ArtPerÚK has developed during this COVID, COVID life that we can say nowadays?
Yes, so actually it was a challenge, and I think this kind of situation make us push everyone to improve their creativity and innovation to try to move forward. And I think that COVID take a lesson for everyone. We need to move to online. We need to make us digital. We need to try to be diverse and expand in a different way. So starting in March, we launched our online lessons. We were able to cover more than 139 lessons so far in previous year, because we start having lessons like Mondays, like 5 days a week, which it was really good because I lost so many kilos because I was dancing all the time in the mornings, like 12 p.m. So mothers or family oriented people that were at home, they can just have fun at least at 12 p.m. and at the same time at 7 p.m. So people after that they finish work, they want to disconnect and forget about work, they can just relax and have fun and just burn some calories while having fun and forgetting about everything. So it was a really good opportunity. So that's why we said you can dance, you can have fun, you will meet friends, you will enjoy, you will share with your family. And even as you can see in the videos, we always ask the participation of the family, because one of the principal things that we want to do is that our family can transmit this, so they can learn about the culture. They don't have the same opportunity than us. Like when I was born in Peru, I was able to study in the schools when you have to dance all the time. So you learn, you can taste the flavors, you can see the traditions, you can see the parties, the carnivals, everything. But we are here, so we don't want to miss it, and we want to share this in a one way or other to our family. So that's why in each class I'm trying to put different songs, like different music, different steps, wearing costumes. So it's sometimes it's a challenge, the costume, because we want to bring it from Peru, which is far, but we are making the best to try to bring it here so the people can wear it. So for example, at the beginning of last year in January, we launched a class when everyone was able to wear the different costumes that we have. And it was a really nice opportunity for you to wear the costumes and to dance, and you feel so highly committed with your country, and you feel that you are not losing your roots. And that's the main importance here.
But actually, I think that as well, it's very useful for people that they are not from Peru. Also, that well, you can do all these dances, and you can, as you were saying, keep fit in a certain way, and you don't have to. You don't need, and of course have fun. But well, you don't need the costume. You don't need a particular outfit to develop, because sometimes all these traditional dances that we have, people they are seeing and they are like thinking, but I don't have the costume, I don't have the complete outfit. So it doesn't matter, because this is more like just to relax, to have fun, to make exercise, and just to have a good time. So it's like, and I think so that's the call that I want to do to the audience, that well, it doesn't matter where you're from, you are invited to enjoy these dances that is exercise and dancing, and you're going to, dancing is like sometimes you forget all your issues, all the problems, and keep you fresh, your mind.
It doesn't matter the language, it doesn't matter your background. We are connected with the same kind of communication that is by the dance. And if you are passionate about dancing, if you really like to dance to have fun, you can do it. And you don't need to wear something special, because at the end of the day, you are having fun and you are knowing more about a really nice country that is far in South America, but you are learning more. So you are learning something that is, like its traditions, its culture. So it's very rich.
And I have a quick question about ArtPerÚK being is it only available for Peruvians in the UK, like these online classes, or are they offered like for everyone, like no matter where you live, considering that you're now digital?
Yes. So actually, when we start with our online lessons, it was really good because we didn't have any kind of limits. In the past, we were launching classes in central London. So we were concentrating Mile End Station, really close to Queen Mary University campus. But then when we started running the classes online, we were able to reach Peruvians who were in Japan, in United States, in Chile, in Spain. So we were able to find different people that maybe in their countries they couldn't find this kind of lessons, and they were really enjoying our lessons, even with the time of difference. They don't even care because they were having fun. We even have people from Germany join our lessons. Like I have one student that her name is Chiara, and she was really in love about the Peruvian culture, and she was dancing, and all the time, as we said, ArtPerÚK was doing so many activities in this quarantine, and that's thanks to our staff that we have. We have 6 great women, like really strong women that are part of ArtPerÚK family, and they are all the time helping me, and that's why we were able to launch more than 11 dance challenge when we have loads of people participating, and we're really grateful for the community and all the people who was really excited to share these dancing from different backgrounds, different age. So it was really nice to see this kind of involvement from the community and also for the followers that we have.
And
I
I love,
think this, sorry, Whitney, go.
oh no, well, I was just gonna say, I love that you mentioned women, because that was my next question. Like, not just as far as instructors, but looking at those videos that we just shared, I'm seeing a lot of women. So is there like a conception that these dances are only for women, or are they dances for men as well? And do they participate?
Yeah, so when we start with the classes, when they were like face to face, we have like at least five guys that were joining the classes. Sometimes they feel overwhelmed because it was like more than 45 women. Like the first class that we have, like in Queen Mary campus, it was around 50 people, and it was like 6 guys or 5 guys, and then everyone else were women. So sometimes they feel like it's too much. But we have some students that they say, oh yes, this is like, you know, like I am here in church and everyone is dancing with me. So yes, we are open to everyone. It doesn't matter the gender, but of course we encourage women because I think it's in a way to express their feelings and just to reinforce the security, improve the self, you know, like love of everyone. So it was a really good way to encourage women to do this, so they can face some kind of the issues that we were facing in a day-to-day basis, but we are open to everyone.
Also, I think so that that's something important in general in the Latin America culture. That well, it's like since we are children, we dance. So it's not only for certain kind of people. It's like I remember well seeing my grandparents dancing and also my parents, and I was dancing. So it's a culture that integrates all the ages, all the genders. So it doesn't matter. It's just to enjoy, to have fun. And well, and the good part of this one, and as I have seen in the videos, and all of us, I think so, you have seen or you have noticed, is that well, you don't need like a partner if you, so you don't have like an excuse like saying, but I don't have a partner to dance with. So it's like, no, you can do it by your own and you can enjoy it. And actually the music is really good. So it's like, I think so later on Roger is going to put the music there in order that well, people, they can feel it, because I think it's a very good experience altogether. And in that way, I would like to ask, well, I would like that maybe you can tell us a little bit about this challenge.
Oh, so the Tuesday Question Challenge is one challenge that we launched while we were in quarantine. It was a really nice way to have fun. And we asked all our students to perform doing like recording a video, dancing by themselves at home, maybe with their sons, with children, with husbands, in the way that they want. If they have a candunga, something like this, because some Peruvians has it, fine. But if not, you can use like a towel and it's fine. And you can just try to simulate the steps and just have fun. They have to record this video and they have to send it to us so we can share it. So now, thanks to the Latin America show, we want to do it here. And we want to invite all the followers and all your audience to try to learn these steps. And we are really happy to share this culture to you. So we are giving a free class for everyone that is here right now, if they want to join our class on Thursday at 7:30. So we are going to be able to share the steps in a 40 minutes class, so they can learn, they can practice, and then they can submit their videos to you, Enrique, so you can post it in the audience, so they can post it in their event, and then they can win amazing prizes.
Yeah, and it's like let's go to the video that we have I think so quick video that Katherine is telling us the different steps. How can you dance this one? And later on we will tell you how you can participate and how you can post your videos here in the Latin America show, as Katherine said.
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, we're gonna see it, and then you see it's easy, and then we're gonna repost it on the page.
Right, head, up, down, left, head, up, down, march, 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 to the front, up, down, to the right, up and down, to the left, up and down, jump, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, 1, 2, 1, 2, circle, 1, 2, 1, 2, circle, X, X, up, X, X, circle to the left, X, X, up, X, X, circle to the left, and down.
Excellent. So, you can see that, it's yeah, it looks easy. Of course, you have to do it. So it's like, yeah, you can say easy, Katherine, because you are proficient in this, but it's like, but I think that the best thing is that, we're going to post, we have created an event here in the Latin America show. So, if you go to the page of Latin America show, you will go to the section events. And if it doesn't appear on your laptop or in your device, you can go to more and you will see events. There is one event that in the discussion area, you can post all your videos. In these videos, okay, thank you, Roger. There in more, you can go to events. And there is a particular event that we have created that is open already. We're going to upload this video and also one with the music in order that you can use it. It's a video that you have to upload less than 1 minute. So it's a very quick video. So you have from today till, I think so we said, Katherine, the 29th of January in order to submit your videos and ask to your friends to vote for you, to give you a like. So people, they have to give a like to the Latin America show page and also to your video. The top 10 who they have more likes, they are going to come here to the final. That is going to be the 2nd of February, where they will have the opportunity to win one of the prizes that we have said before. They have a dinner for 2 in IU, that is Peruvian Japanese mixture. That is a fantastic restaurant. That is a takeaway because, due COVID. And also a virtual masterclass. Another prize is a virtual class to prepare ceviche and another recipe with IU. Another prize that we have is the natural products that, you can have this kind of products. You're going to have a kit and they are going to teach you how to use these natural products. And this prize is available for people that they are in the UK, in the United States, and in Colombia. Also, we're going to have 2 Spanish classes for children that courtesy from El Recreo. So, this is up to 11 years. So, it's like if you have children, you can participate. And we're going to have a section, or it's like how do we say it? Like a division for children. And that division, the winner for that one, the child who wins, is going to win a £25 voucher in Amazon that is applicable here in the UK. So as you can see, it's very easy to win. And also, I think so, Peru, UK, you have a lesson or something else for them?
Yes, of course. So the winner, we're going to give like a free membership for 1 month so they can have fun and learn more about this rich culture of Peru. Yes.
Keep fit, of course. Keep fit.
Fun.
Exactly. That's fantastic.
Yes.
So it's going to be very easy to participate. Go to events. They discuss, of course, the event that is the challenge Latin America show, the Latin America show, and ArtPerÚK challenge. And you, in the discussion area or the discussion section, you can upload your videos. There, we are uploading now all these steps, so you can follow them. And also we are putting the music there, so you can download that music too, in order that you can create your own video, post it there. Remember, you have till the 29th of January to post, and also to ask to your friends to give you a like and give a like to the Latin America Show Facebook page. And the top 10, they are going to participate. And here online, we're going to put the top 10, and the audience will vote online in order to know who they are going to be the winners. So, and this is, of course, thank you very much to Katherine, because, well, it's like, keep fit, have fun, and
dance.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I'm just reading here in the comments. They want to hear a small portion again of this magnificent music. So I'm going to put it again for the people.
Do you have the other? Okay. Excellent.
Actually, I just want to take the opportunity.
Amaya pasak taita, amaya pasak cakai manta, amaya pasak taita, amaya pasak cakai manta, amaya pasak taita, amaya pasak cakai manta, amaya pasak cai. Janai, kamu itu suitu suntai tai, achkiri muchkam nyam janai, kamu itu suitu suntai tai, achkiri muchkam nyam.
You have to submit your video, actually. And I think so we have two things more, Katherine, that we were talking. It's like, first, I would like to know, what is the meaning that where they are singing in the song?
Oh, Tusikusu, yeah, that means bailemos. So in Peru, we use Quechua, which is like an important language for us. It's part of our traditions. So that's why we're encouraging everyone to use songs that are part of our culture. And this is a good way to do it. Like you are dancing and practicing Quechua.
Okay, well, that's good. And the other one, and it's a question because, well, it's like in the promo, we have particular dances, and we have one particular person who is wearing an extraordinary outfit, very regional from Peru. And who is this person? Because it's like they provide us these images and this video.
Yes. So we use we have Jose Navarro, who is an artist, who were performing like a dance of the scissors that is part of our traditions as well in Peru. So I am really grateful for him. So this video that we made, it was part of our collaboration that we did with him, and he's actually launching classes starting this end of the month, every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. So I don't know if you have the advert there, Enrique, if you can share it to your audience.
Roger is sharing now this one, but if you want to continue telling us about him,
Yes.
Perfect, that one.
Yes, so come along and enjoy the different variety of workshops, especially tailored for you. It's a magical journey into the world of Latin American folk, using like mime, music, puppetry, poetry, and loads of lore. So these classes are going to be launched starting on the 31st of January, end of the month, each Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. It's free, it's online. So the only way to book is to contact All Alone UK. So they are the charity that is managing this amazing event. And thank you so much for Jose Navarro for his generosity to provide this amazing course to the community.
No, it's brilliant. And actually, we're going to post also this ad in order that, well, all the Latin America show fans, they can, or the people that they are following us, they can see it. And if they want to learn more about Peru, I think it's a fantastic opportunity. And well, we are going to see you then on Thursday. At what time is going to be the class?
The class is going to be at 7:30. So we are dancing every Tuesday, 7:30, Thursday, 7:30, and Saturdays at 12:30. So I invite everyone if they want to join. And because today we reach more than 600 followers on Instagram, we are giving a 10% of discount on everyone that is able to book from today until Saturday. So if you want to learn, to have fun, and to dance with us, I encourage you to join us so we can dance together.
This Thursday is going to be the steps that, well, in order that they can submit their video, right?
Yes,
so, well, it's going to be easy. It's going to be free. So remember, I think so. We already have in the comment section all the details. However, we're going to put it in the event section in order that also you can know that this Thursday at 7:30 you can take the class in order that you know how to do the steps, create your video, upload your video to the Latin America show on the Latin American show Facebook page. And you can win these amazing prizes courtesy of IU, of course, ArtPerÚK, Donatural, El Recreo, and, well, of course, remember that, well, we're going to have two categories, the one for adults and one for children. So children, they are very welcome. So you can, of course, teach them how to do it. And, well, remember the top 10, they are going to come here to the show. That maybe it's going to be like the 7. It depends how much we have. Maybe they're going to be five adults and 5 children, but it depends how many we have at the end in order that, well, maybe we can have like a good competition, or maybe we're going to have 10 and 10 adults and 10 children. So that would be fantastic. So It's like, Katherine, it's a pleasure, honestly. I hope so. This is not going to be the only time that you're going to be here with us, because I think that you have a lot to give in order that we can learn a lot from you for the Latin American culture, for the Peruvian culture in particular. And I think so that, well, you are like really in love of your culture. And that is something that we love about Latinos, that they are very passionate and they are expressing their love for their culture.
As we said, I am really camiseta. Like, yes, I just want to say thank you for the invitation for your program, and also to all our students that are following right now online, and that they are always supporting ArtPerÚK while we are going. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful for everyone.
Thank you very much. And it's our pleasure, Katherine.
Thank you very much. It's
you.
amazing. I share the same thing as Enrique said. Your passion, we can feel your passion for ArtPerÚK.
That's Peruvian passion. That's Peruvian passion.
Actually, I want to see your video there, Roger. I want to see
it. Yes.
Okay. I want to see your video as well, Enrique.
That's the challenge.
I will do it. Yeah. Brilliant. So, well, it's like, thank you very much, Katherine. And now let's go for just a quick minute with, I think so, with Whitney. Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that we have more. Hold on, Whitney, before we go with you, remember that we have another video from Imperio Bamba. So, well, I know that I'm conscious of time, but, well, we're almost there. You know that, well, always we have fantastic guests, and, well, the conversations go longer and longer, and we extend the conversation, but, well, don't worry about it. Go with Whitney then.
You know what? When we extend it, that's a good sign that it's going well, that people are enjoying it, and we're passionate. And so I'm glad that's showing. This segment's going to be really quick. Actually, I only have a few words, just knowing that we are going to have really great guests tonight and go over time. So the slang heard on the street. So these are a few new words, different than those in August. And I'll bring back some of the ones in August next time we do Peru, because those were some very typical Peruvian expressions as well. But okay, heard on the street. So 6 expressions tonight, or words. One of them is ya fuiste. So ya fuiste, literally, if we're translating it literally as Anglophones, means you already went. It comes from the verb ir, but it actually means you missed your chance or you lost out on something. So that's an expression that comes from Peru. Ya fuiste, like you lost out. Kind of like if you don't do this challenge and you lose out on, you know, the wonderful prizes. Ya fuiste. The next one is que roche, que palta. They both mean, like, in Spanish we would say it like que pena, que vergüenza. So it means like something like, oh, how embarrassing. So que roche is one of the 2 words to say it, like what a pain or how embarrassing. And another is que palta. And this one's interesting to me because palta in certain like South American countries is another word for aguacate, for avocado. So it's like saying like one avocado. It's really funny, but it actually means like what a pain, how embarrassing, que pena, que vergüenza. And then calabaza. So this word literally means pumpkin, but in Peru, it can also mean, and again, context is everything, stupid or tonto or bobo, which can be stupid, silly, foolish. And so again, it depends. And some people use like the diminutive. So the diminutive in Spanish, to give a whole lesson in under like 30 seconds, means something that's like little. It like kind of makes it sound more suave sometimes with certain adjectives, and this is one of them. Like, si una persona es calabacita, it's like, es una persona tonta or boba. But like adding ito, ita at the end of things sometimes can like make it a little, smooth it over a little bit. And again, that's a huge generalization that I'm applying to this word. And then we have, let's see, las chelas. We already talked about this. In Mexico, it's one of the ways to say cerveza, and it's the same thing in Peru. Una chela es una cerveza, and then una fría. And then we have el tono, party. I thought, you know, since we're doing cocktails, I mean, I know they're not words related to cocktails, but related to social outings, which hopefully we'll see again in 2021. Un tono is una fiesta, a party. So tonear is, you can guess, is the verb festejar or to party. And any verb that we have in Spanish ends in AR, ER, or IR. So that's kind of how you can distinguish. So again, we have las chelas, beers, el tono, party, or tonear, to party. That's it. I kept it really short and sweet. Making Spanish simple, please go to my website and subscribe. You have access to my YouTube channel. At the end, I'm going to post my YouTube link because I would really prefer people would subscribe there because I have more videos up and I am posting videos each week. So that's it.
Excellent, Whitney. So, well, it's like I have seen that, well, some comments here that, well, they are saying that, well, some of the slang is related to food and everything. So, well, it's interesting. And also,
hay que tonear con unas chelas.
Hay que tonear con unas chelas. Vamos a tonear.
Yeah.
Vamos a tonear con unas chelas.
Well, I actually did that on purpose. I thought of food and drink when I was looking at my list of Peruvian slang and selecting those words. So I tried to be like have some purpose in the slang and relate to tonight's episode. So I'm glad you noticed that. Very good. Very like observant student.
And actually,
we always learn those kind of things. You know, I don't know how, but we learn it very quickly.
Yeah, and actually, it's like, well, I would say that, well, as they say also, our Peruvian friends, is like, well, as I said, we're going to go to music, but we're going to go al toque toque.
Okay, yep. That was the first one I introduced actually one episode back, which is like right away al toque.
Yeah, but if you say al toque toque, means like right now. So Roger, let's listen and let's put this video that, well, is Imperio. They are Imperio Bamba and they have this fantastic rhythm. So, well, let's go with another video from Imperio Bamba. Roger, over you.
Ni con la mirada, de ser en tu cama una tercera almohada, de ver que el futuro se va haciendo flaco y saber que la vida no es más que un rato. Ay, sentirme mujer porque lavo los platos. Ay, ya me cansé de decir que te amo y ver que estás dormido, de hacerte una cena especial y ver que te has ido, de ser una ama de casa y nada más, con la diferencia del siempre y el jamás, y hasta sentirme feliz cuando te pasa, que se plancha y se arruga el compás de tu risa, y de ser un objeto más en tu casa, como un trapo, una silla, una simple taza, y que tú ni te enteres de qué es lo que pasa. Detrás de mi ventana veo pasar la mañana, en la espera de la noche me destapo el escote para que me provoque tu fallida ansiedad. Detrás de mi ventana veo pasar al destino disfrazado de asesino, burlándose a carcajadas de este cráneo concubino. Detrás de mi ventana se me va la vida, contigo pero sola.
Very good. So they are Imperio Bamba, and well, you have the opportunity to listen here in the Latin America show. Of course, as I told you before, we're going to add these songs to the playlist in Spotify that we have there. So it's very easy to find us in Spotify. Also, it's the Latin America show playlist. So, well, all the different artists that they have been in this show, you can find them there. And well, I just want to say that, well, it's like I saw that, well, some people, they said that, well, they haven't seen the video. Where's the video? Or they missed the video that we were talking with Katherine about the challenge. So it's very easy. Go to the event section in the Latin America Show Facebook page. Go to the event section, and there in the discussion section, again, we are going to upload the two videos with the steps, how to do it, and the second one that is going to be with the music. So you can download the music, do it by your own, and remember that this Thursday is going to be this free class with Katherine in order that, well, she's going to teach you, well, to teach us, because also I'm going to be in that class. So in order to know exactly how to do these steps, and this is going to be this Thursday at 7:30, all the details also, we are going to add them there in order that you don't miss this class. So it's going to be very easy. Just create your video, upload there, go there to more, event sections, events, right? As Roger is putting there, there it appears the Latin America Show and ArtPerÚK dance challenge, and then down you can find there in the discussion section, we are going to upload the videos, and you are going to upload the videos there. Remember that you have till the 29th to upload your videos, and ask to your friends to give a like to the Latin America Show page, and also give a like to your video. The top 10 who has more likes, they are going to come to the final that is going to be here online, and you will know, all the audience, they will vote to know who they are going to be the winners. This is going to be the 2nd of February. So thank you very much. It's time to go next show, Roger Alarcon. I'm not going to say nothing about next show. Roger Alarcon. And
Well,
I'm pretty sure Whitney, she doesn't know, so that's good. She cannot spoil anything.
She cannot spoil anything. But before I go, a very quick one from our friends from Latin Indian events. We're gonna post this event. Is this live stream every Thursday on Mixcloud by salsa legend Dominic Black here, aka Joy Black. If you feel like dance, well, every Thursday you can see it. More info in the Facebook page. And that's all for me. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Brilliant, my dear Roger Alarcon. And on the other side, we have Whitney Nuchereno.
Couple of quick things, guys. First of all, love how you're using the slang in the comments. I'm absolutely loving it. Secondly,
they are Peruvians. They are like outstanding using these comments.
I know, but you have to, like kill the ego and say nice things. Anyways, for the Spotify playlist, I saw a comment. Do not worry. By tomorrow morning UK time, you will see our our updated playlist. And again, it's a Latin America show. You just search for us and then follow us. And I keep adding after every single show. And then last but not least, I'm going to post my YouTube channel. So please, please, please subscribe, because I'm trying to build that. And I have some videos for beginners and advanced, and I'll add intermediate. And that's it. I can't spoil next week because they're right. They're hiding this fact from me, I think. But it's going to be about Latin America. It's going to be about culture, and there will be some slang. So those are my spoilers.
Perfect, Whitney. Yes, actually, yes, we're going to have more music. And we're going to have some photography, Rogers, you know? We're going to have some photography.
Of course.
So, of course, it's not going to be you, but it's going to be another photographer that is going to be here with us. We're going to talk a little bit about I'm mixing now languages, about two organizations that, well, they are supporting women, that they are supporting women, and they are promoting the culture around the UK, and they are Latin, well, of course, they are promoting the Latin American women's in different artist areas. So, well, it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have, of course, rhythm, fantastic rhythm, actually, fantastic rhythm. Don't miss out, because it's going to be extraordinary. So, well, thank you very much to all the sponsors. As you know, thank you very much to IU for these prizes that he is going to provide us, to Donatural, to El Recreo, Spanish lessons. Thank you very much, and ArtPerÚK for being tonight with us. Remember, my name is Enrique Gelista, and the Latin America show is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. London time. And please give us a like, share with your friends. It's very easy, and you're promoting also other business from Latinos and business here in the UK, and we are supporting each other. See you next Tuesday. Thank you very much.
See you.
See you.